Let's explore using the AWS WAF product to defend a web application. I have a simple website which is accessible via AWS CloudFront. I'm going to set up the AWS WAF to block any attempts to exploit vulnerabilities that my web application may have. So from the AWS console, I'm going to go to the WAF service page. From this page, I'm going to create a new web ACL. A web ACL is a collection of rules that will determine the logic by which the WAF will allow or deny requests. And that ACL is associated with one or more specific application endpoints. So I'm going to give my web ACL a name. And when setting up the web ACL, I will need to specify a resource type so that the WAF knows that it is global or specific to a region. So if I choose CloudFront, the WAF will be applied to CloudFront, which is a globally available resource. And it's a different web ACL, so it refreshed the page. If I choose regional resources, then I can put the WAF in front of resources such as API Gateway or an EC2 application load balancer that I may have in my account. And I would have to choose a region where they live. So I'm going to go back to CloudFront distributions. And I'm going to give my web ACL a name. And now I can choose which applications to associate the ACL with. So as you can see, I have a list of CloudFront sites that I can choose from in my account. So I'm going to choose this site. So next, I will add an initial set of rules and decide what action to take if the requests don't match the rules. So I'm going to choose to use managed rule groups. And as you can see, I have a number of options for managed rule groups. AWS provides a set of rule groups and other vendors also provide. For example, Fortinet, Cybersecurity Cloud, or GeoGuard. I'm going to go with the AWS managed rule group set. And I encourage you to get familiar with the different sets of managed rule groups. For the AWS managed rule groups, I can basically turn them on or off. They're all off by default. For the other third-party managed rule groups, you're going to have to subscribe to them from the marketplace. So if I go into the AWS managed rule group, like you see here, I'll choose one related to IP reputation. And what this will do is it'll block any bot or other traffic known by Amazon to be coming from threatening sources. So I'm going to have to explicitly enable it. And if the rules action to count setting is set, the rule is not going to block any traffic. It's just going to count any web requests that end up matching the rule. So I can also set the priority of rules. So if I have multiple rules that I've selected, I can order them. I can also set up CloudWatch metrics to see how many rules matched. Another valuable feature when you have multiple accounts that need to be defended is the AWS Firewall Manager. Now, AWS Firewall Manager allows you to set organization-wide policies for the WAF and security groups. So in this way, you can manage WAF policies and security groups centrally and apply them to other AWS accounts that you own or manage. I highly encourage DevOps and cloud engineering teams to investigate this feature further to understand the value it provides. That wraps it up for this lesson. We have looked at a number of methods to ensure that your web applications are protected when exposed to the wild and scary place we call the internet.